comes to a full and complete stop. At which
along the way in Frontierland and Fantasyland. Sit tight and keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs well inside the train. We're currently departing Main Street Station. And if you're missing those friendly faces already, not to worry. On this train, it's never goodbye. It's always see you real soon.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
Friends, I'm so delighted you've joined us today. There's nothing I enjoy more than showing folks around this magic kingdom, especially because it's certified possible. See what I mean? Hope you packed your compass, because that, folks, is the sound of adventure. Adventureland, I should say. Whether navigating wild jungle rivers, swashbuckling with jolly buccaneers, or even just scaling a towering treehouse, there's always plenty to explore. Campfires and country bears, this outpost is chock full of tall tales and an even taller mountain. We call it Big Thunder. Catch a ride on its runaway trains and you'll see why. Princess Tiana is striking up the band for her big party. She made me promise to tell you folks, you're invited. We've reached Frontierland Station, everyone. Sit tight. Hold those horses until you come to a complete stop. If you disembark, please carry your strollers all the way off the platform before unfolding. Watch your step now. This is Frontierland Station.
as we pull into the station, please remain on board and seated until the train comes to a full and complete stop. At which time I will give you the words all clear and you will know it is safe to disembark. Until you hear those words all clear, please do not attempt to exit the train. Please remain fully seated and on board. Please be seated. Please remain seated. If you are standing, please sit down. We are still in motion. Thank you. Please remain on board and seated.
And as always, keep an eye on your little ones.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños.
Those of you who've been riding with me for a spell already know how I'm minding this railroad. But for those times I'm pitching for something a bit wilder, Big Thunder Mountain is the place. Because there, the trains have a mind of their own. The change in scenery means we've left the rattle and rumble of that old gold mine behind and entered my favorite leg of the journey. Lush wilderness, calm waters, and untamed beauty. Folks, we're in nature's wonderland. Isn't it something? Just think of the extraordinary things to see and do in these woods. Hiking trails, bird calls, fireflies, and starry nights. Setting out for adventure at sunrise and telling the tale around a campfire that night. Considering how wonderful things are out here, I'm fortunate that some of my closest friends call it home. That village is a truly special place. Folks, we're just about out of the woods and into the forest. The enchanted forest of Fantasyland, where magic... Listen. Hear that?
There it is! On that big metal snake!
That's not a snake. It's a train.
Train, huh? Well, I think it's finally time I trained my shadow to stay put! Hey! Get back here, Shadow! Shadow!
Oh, Tinkerbell, we really must find some stronger thread.
Told you it's enchanted, and not just the forest. From the tips of castle spires to the sands under the sea, magic and happily ever afters await around every corner in Fantasyland. Friends, travelers, children of all ages, we're coming down the track and heading straight for the stupendous, the sensational, the spectacularific Fantasyland Storybook Circus. This is the place to soar with Dumbo or join Goofy in his stunt plane for some airborne acrobatics. This station is also your gateway to the rest of Fantasyland and Tomorrowland. Now, please wait until the train has come to a complete stop. Gather your juggling pins, unicycles, and other belongings, and carry your strollers away from the platform before unfolding them. That way we can start loading up for the next leg of our trip. For those disembarking,
For your safety, please be sure that you are not attempting to pet our trees. They are emotional support trees and are not meant to be handled. Keep your arms inside the train, please. As we pull onto the station, please remain on board and seated until the train comes to a full and complete stop, at which time I will give you the words all clear and you will know it is safe to disembark. Until you hear those words all clear, please do not